Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I hope you're having a fan-freaking-tastic day. We're going to check out 5 EDC knives and EDC accessories for Christmas. And we're going to see what we can find. We're going to do a quick shopping trip and we're going to do it together. I hope you're having a really great day. And listen, this is going to be fun. We're going to run through some of these categories on Binge and see what we can find for Christmas, because Christmas is right around the corner and there's so much that you can get in here for yourself. You'll end up getting something for yourself, I guarantee it. But I'm going to start right out. We're going to look at stocking stuffers. We're going to check out knives under $75. We're going to look at some accessories. Sweet Lady Propane and propane accessories. It's fixed blades under $75. And then last, we're going to wrap it up and see if we can check out some knives between $75 and $150. That sweet spot where, you know, all the good stuff is. But I'm just scrolling through the first page right here of accessories, right? You could go in there and put your price range. You could put whether it's accessories, or you can go to the budget line, the budget area. And I'm just quickly eyeballing this to see what caught my eye. And so far, I've already noticed some Olights, right? And right here, an Olight Baton 4 blue, 38 doll hairs. There's a tri-hone system and watches and pry bars. And then, ooh, you know what? If you know somebody that's into EDC, or yourself that's into EDC, that is pretty cool. Big Idea Design titanium pry bar. That is pretty sweet. And then don't forget, this is the EDC category, in my opinion, because it's accessories, right? But if you like flashlights, there's an I1R2 Pro Green. That's awesome. I almost said a word I didn't want to say. It's bad arse. I think those are at least 90 lumens. And then an Olight Piran 2 Mini. I literally have mowed my backyard and front yard with this light without having to recharge it. Can't tell you how many times I've mowed in the dark with this. This comes with a head strap, and let's see. You can see right here it says like new in box. So this is people selling their stuff. You can go on here and sell your own stuff, and you're guaranteed, and the seller, the buyer, both are guaranteed. If somebody buys what you list on here, then Binge sends you the postage and you just send it to whoever bought it. It's that easy. Check it. Ooh, look at this. Tactile turn knife joy exclusive. Woo! If you're into pins, I love me some titanium EDC pins. I don't have any that are quite that Mr. Fancy Pants, but I do like some EDC pins. I have several. I was showing some off today. And, you know, once my coworkers start messing around with those titanium pins, they're like, ooh, okay, that is pretty cool. I like it. And there's something else, is if you want scales for a knife that you already have and you want to pimp it out a little bit, you can see here, there's scales for any kind of knife. There's some Manix 2 Cobalt Blue G10 stock scales. Somebody probably pimped theirs out, and then they're selling the stock scales, right? So I'm not going to, like I said, I'm going to go short on each of these categories because my time is going to go by so quickly. I'm already at what, 3 or 4 minutes, and I've barely even looked at the first page. So I'm going to do some jumping around. That way I don't miss what I'm looking for, just to see what jumps out at me. Right now, I'm looking at a lot of scales, and look, there you go, an Olight Warrior 3. Now, I said 5 EDC knives, right? But I'm also including stocking stuffers in here. And, you know, this, hopefully my brother doesn't watch this, but he lost his Olight. He had a Piran 2, and he lost it. And $59 for an Olight Piran 3. That has the motion sensor on it. 3,000 lumens. He does a lot of work in dark areas. You know, that's the kind of thing where all you have to do is, if you find something on here, just go price check it and see. And if the person's selling it for cheaper, then you can get it new. And then you can see right here whether it's going to be in excellent condition or brand new in box. Like right here, this says brand new in box. What is this? A wild boar trippy folding knife. Never heard. Okay, that's trippy. What the heck? And you know what? That's something else that always happens to me when I come on here, is I end up finding things that I've never heard of before. But you know, here's a Kershaw Natrix and a Reverb XL. So that sounds like someone's selling a lot. And right here's another. Okay, perfect example. There's a NAF Lander 5 and a Lander 6 bundle offer. Both I'm seeing BN, which tells me right there, brand new in box. So if you didn't get into the Landers, there's a Lander 5 and a Lander 6 bundle for $45. That's what I'm talking about. Kubi Momentum, never carried, custom blue, $35. What? No way. No way. This knife literally just got released like a week or so ago. This is the Kaiser Aegis. This is that new deep blue that Kaiser put out. This is an awesome knife. We were just talking about that on the live stream. There is no way $45, brand new in the box, and someone is selling this. That has to be a deal. There's no way it's $45 on any website. So there you go. There's another example. A brand new in the box. This one right here, that is a definite find. That's a buy. There's no way you can get that for $45 unless you had one of my special discount codes. So that's a definite buy right there. And it's caught my eye. And we've been live here for what? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 6 minutes. And I'm right on track. I'm trying to only do 3 or 4 minutes per category, which is making me really race. If you come to my live streams, you know how my mind races. And I'm just, okay, perfect. We just found knife 2, 3, and 4 that fast. A Kubi bundle. $60 for these 3 Kubis. You can't touch that going to any regular website. Excellent condition. And that's something else, is anybody that you're buying from, you can see their ratings, and the majority of people on here that are selling knives, they have 5-star ratings because they're gonna be honest. They're gonna put exactly what you're getting, because these are all knife nerds just like you and me. There's the new Civivi Guile for $45. Oh, now you know what? This is a top view of it, but there's a Remet Rhino for $45. The Rhinos were sold out, and they probably are still sold out, because it's a Remet puts out a lot of Mr. Fancy Pants knives, so their budget knives sell out fast because they have a really good reputation. So we're gonna go skip. Oh, wait a minute, what is this? Shipwreck Rough Rider Copper Cleaver. Say that 5 times fast. And then looks like oh yeah, Civivi Baby Banner, $45. Now I'm going to switch to another. I've opened some different tabs because I knew this was going to go fast. Now this is an example of some of the accessories, right? And I know I'm talking fast, but like I said, time gets away from me. So we're at 17 on my mark. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're cooking. Let's keep looking. Let's see what we can find here. So here's an example of some. Oh my gosh. Okay, we just found another one. We found more than 5 already. This is you can't touch this. An O-Tackle U1 for $8. I can't believe someone's actually selling that for $8. I mean, good condition. You don't have to worry about the blade because it has replaceable utility blades. It's a crossbar freaking lock. I mean, I hope somebody sees this right now and watches this video and they go get it, because $8 for that right there. So we've already gone past our mark. And this is also, I also want to look for things that are stocking stuffers. Now I've already seen some little O-lights, and you can actually search. I think flashlights, the small O-light flashlights, are perfect example of things to put in stocking stuffers, because that's something everyone can use, right? And if you're into lanyards, you will find so many. Like right here's a titanium bead, and here's a lanyard, and then what is this? It's a Razor Tactical Blue. I can't speak of that one per se. You will find some stuff on here. You're like, really? But there's a market for everyone, for everything that's on sale. And if you want a lanyard, whatever color, if you're a lanyard or a fob guy, you can go on here, grab that. That's a stocking stuffer. Or your significant other, if you want to get them something, that they're into beads or lanyards or any of those, odds and ends. Oh, what's this? Okay, there you go. Here's another. Oh yeah, we're way past the 5 mark. You never know what you're going to come across. We've gone way past 5 knives in EDC gear already. The Victorinox Classic SD. You cannot get a Victorinox Classic for less than $20. It says it's in fair condition. For $10, it's a pocket dropper. It has scissors. It has the main little tiny blade. That's a perfect little. And here's another one, Victorinox Classic SD. So there, right there, you can get 2 Classic SDs. They're used for yourself. You can throw them in the glove box. I carry a Victorinox every single day of the year. There's a little Look at this. There's an excellent condition Swiss Army knife, Victorinox. That looks like a little SD, and it has that might be a lighting ring that I'm seeing around it. So that's a perfect example of something that you can get. And oh, look at this, a classic, like new inbox. You know what? I don't own one of these. I can't believe I don't have an open eel number 6 yet. I mean, that's isn't that a requirement to be a knife collector? Is that you own one? I'm failing as a knife collector, not because it's the hardest steel in the world or any of those special things, but it is a super slicey knife, and you use this bolster area right here to actually lock the blade from closing. You know, I've never had one. I cannot believe that I don't own one of those. That's crazy. But just scrolling through, let's see what we got here. Now I'm gonna jump again. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Good condition Victorinox. Here's another. So in this more budget category, these would be perfect. Like first knives, you know, for depending on you. My kiddo, you know, he got his first firearm when he was 8 years old, but it all depends on you and your family and your rules and all that stuff. But my son, he got introduced. Oh, here we go. Here's another one, another stocking stuffer, an unopened, brand new in the box, an i3T2 EOS. This is an i3T2. And the way you can tell it's a 2 is you see right here, the clip is not clipped around the body of the light. It's screwed in to the tail cap. That's how you know it's an i3T2. That is, I carry one of these just about every day. I have one in my pocket right now. I had it out with us, and oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not going to go much farther when it comes to the classic SDs. You can go on here and get one of these classic. Somebody is selling these for $12. And you can't get them for less than 20 bucks. Now I'm going to do another jump. I'm going to jump over here and check out knives in the around $75 and under that are fixed blades, because we have a lot of fixed blades fans. If you come to the live streams, you know that we check out flashlights, knives, gear, pry bars. I mean, like here's a little pry bars like this. This one's the brand new one that was just released by Kaiser. It wouldn't surprise me if one of these shows up in like 2 minutes. And then the new Kaiser Mini Grand, one of these fancy ones that they only made 200 of. You just watch. You don't even have to hold your breath, and one of those bad boys is going to show up. You blink, and it's going to be on there, because what knife collectors do is, oh, that knife we looked at earlier, the new one by Kaiser, the Aegis. This is what it looks like. Look at that. This knife is a sweet everyday carrying. This is what somebody had this listed on there for $45. There's no way you can buy this brand new right now for $45. Someone bought it. They probably got it and said, yeah, it's cool, but it's a little big for my hand, or it's a little small for my hand. They just pop in some pictures on Blade Binge, put it up for sale. And now that everyone is seeing this video, I guarantee that person's going to be like, sweet, because it's going to be sold. They'll get the shipping sent to them from Blade Binge, and they ship it out. And they just slap a label on it and ship it out, and then it's sold. They're done, right? It's gone. They can go on to buying their next EDC gear, because that's what us knife nuts do. You buy something you like, and then you go find something else. But going back here to the fixed blade section, I don't give fixed blades enough attention. Ooh, what is this? A Kubi Cavi. It's not a carve. A Kubi Cavi fixed blade. That's a push dagger. Ooh, my. Scary. Mr. Scary Pants. Now, remember, this is the category of 75 and under for fixed blades. And I have not explored the fixed blades enough. And there are so many in here. What I'm doing right now is I'm slowly scrolling through. And what I do when I go on Blade Binge, I'll scroll through and just kind of, just go like this on the mouse until something jumps out at me. And if you go to Blade Binge and you start doing that and you start looking, you will get lost. And it's fun for your knife and EDC gear. If you're looking for this exact G-Shock, right? Or if you're looking for the new Kaiser fixed blade, right? This new dude right here that needs lighting. But if you're looking for anything, they're gonna have it on there. We were looking at that utility knife earlier, right? Like this is the new. The reason I'm showing Kaiser's because I happen to have the new releases sitting here on the table. But like these dudes right here, the new Yudi Bear, the Yudi Bear 2, I believe it is. It wouldn't surprise me if it's already on Blade Binge. It's probably already on here. But you see how I digress? I'm really good at digressing. Back to fixed blades because we have a lot to do. I'm scrolling through to see one that jumps out at me. Now, if you're a Benchmade fan, there's a Benchmade, what is that, Dacian? I don't even know how to say it. $250. I have no idea if that's a good price or not because I don't have a bunch of Benchmades, right? You have to pay for that butterfly. So if you're looking for Benchmades, this might be the place to look. Now, here's the K-Bar wrench knife. I've always thought that is a really cool concept. I don't have one, and I don't know that I've handled one. And maybe I might have seen it at a blade show, but I don't remember. I don't remember ever handling one. But I just love it. That would be the perfect gift, like for a wife to get her husband, or that doesn't mean that wives don't have knives or tools. You get what I'm saying. Imagine all of your tools hanging up on your pegboard and then that dude. And it says it comes with a sheath. So that's very nice. Very, very nice. I'm going to look at one more page in this category just to see what we can find because I don't want to go too much longer. So there's a tactile Red Hawk, and there you go, a Kaiser Beaver for $45. That's very nice. And a B&B chopper. Ooh, look at this. Man, that's a wicked looking pair. I don't know what those feel like. I haven't handled those knives, but man, that dude right there is beefy. That looks like a chunk you could split wood with. Holy freaking cow. A bone collector skinning knife, $23. You know, that's pretty neat looking. As I sometimes say, neato. Oh, there you go. That's a classic. That's a classic look. K-Bar Fighter. I sharpened one of these for a police officer. That is a pretty cool knife. And big shout out to all of our veterans out there, past, present, and future, and all the members of law enforcement and all of our first responders. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for keeping us safe. All right, so let's jump over here to the knives between 75 and 150. I didn't particularly have, I didn't spend as much time on the fixed blades, just like I always do, but I'm also trying to keep within time because I tend to run late. So we might go back to fixed blades. We'll find out. So this category is the sweet spot. This is the everyday carry knife sweet spot. When you go, if you can save up between $75 and $150, you are going to be, the hard part will be finding the knife that you want. Ooh, look at this. There you go. A Spyderco Little Native in 10V steel for $140. That is a very nice knife. There's the Kaiser Aura with S45VN blade steel. Now here you go. This is one of Mrs. B's favorites. She has this one. This is LC200N blade steel. Arguably one of the most stainless steel knife steels on the planet, right? It's up there with H1 or whatever, but this has way better edge retention than H1. That right there, $110. This is titanium, by the way. That's that faded, it fades from like silver to blue titanium with LC200N. So if you live in an area maybe around the ocean or a humid area, you're not going to ever have to worry about rust on your blade. And there's a Hogue Deca with Cerakote 20 CV blade, $100. Tell me right now you could go on a retail. Listen, listen. Tell me you could go right now on a retail site somewhere and get that Hogue Deca with 20 CV blade steel for $100. It's not going to happen. I don't even have a Hogue collection or anything like that, but I know enough about that particular brand and that particular steel and the materials you get and the makermanship. And I almost said marksmanship, but you're not going to get that for that price. That's why Blade Binge is so cool, is because you find stuff like this. And I'll say it one more time. The 75 to 150 category, if you can afford that and you're in that, I suggest coming on here and taking your time, right? Go through Tucson. If you are a Tucson fan, and I've handled, I don't know, maybe 20 or so Tucsons, and the fit, the finish, the quality. Matter of fact, I have one right up here. Let me grab it just to show you real quick, just because, that's what I like to do. is I just grabbed this when it was just up there on my little display thing, but that's what kind of quality and craftsmanship you get with Tucson knives. So if you've never heard of Tucson, you're going to get stuff like that. You know, this has 3D milled clip, titanium, and I don't know if you can see it up top here, but they have excellent, oh my gosh, they have some beautiful milling work and the blade work on them. The blades look so nice and they're always so smooth. And Tucson's, I mean, they are just, I mean, oh my gosh, they're just so freaking good. And I could do this all day. You'll have to come to the live stream. Every Friday night, we have a live stream where we do this, right? It's 4 hours, 8:15 to around midnight Eastern time. That's where we get to interact. So if you ever had questions that I wasn't able to answer down in the comment section, that's where you come and hang out. And we do giveaways every Friday. And, you know, I usually give away around 2 pounds, sometimes 3 pounds worth of stuff. Oh, look at this. Do you have any LMAX? LMAX Stonewash Kaiser Drop Bear. That is a gorgeous knife. Has this clutch lock, the fit and finish and everything of the one that I got. Excellent. And then this is too much fun. M8 Miguron knives. They don't get enough attention. They are made so freaking well, and the diamond pattern on the scales of them are so nice. Now here you go. I have one Kershaw Leak, and it's one of the regular versions. It's not one of these. This one here has the Damascus on it. I've never seen that one in person, but this is probably one of the most common or popular EDC knives out there. And if you have one, don't ever, ever, ever use the tip to pry anything. I can't tell you how many people that I've met and they show me theirs, and yes, they've broken the tip, just the tip, because they tried to do something they shouldn't have done. Here's one more. We'll end with this one. Civivi Vision FG. That's probably one of the most popular knives from Civivi. They got so much attention because it is such a fantastic knife and has such the flipping and flicking action of that knife is just insane. You will drive your wife nuts with that thing. But see how fast that went? We went, oh my gosh, we went way, wow. we went way over time. Hopefully you had fun. It's almost kind of like a recorded live stream, right? But I just don't get the feedback. I don't get to talk to you, but maybe you just had fun. If you're driving down the road, this is the kind of video to listen to, hear a familiar voice while you're driving down the road, or maybe you're working, you've got your earbud in. That's the kind of thing, you know, you're stocking the shelves, or, you know, on break at Taco Bell, or on break at Applebee's, or you're doing your route, you know, you're at the post office, whatever it is. But remember, Blade Binge, I pop them up every live stream. We talk about them, and I'm going to do more of these videos where we just do quick shops just to see what we can find. Let me know down in the comments, what's the latest knife you bought at Blade Binge? Because most of the people that come to the live streams have bought knives at Blade Binge. And Mrs. Beez, I don't have one of her stickers. She always asks what's in your shopping cart, and buy what's in your shopping cart, right? So I hope you had fun. There'll probably be a couple of videos that pop up on your screen. Those will be new knives, EDC gear, flashlight, something like that. Go check those out. Those were just released. So until I see you again in the lives or the chats or the hive streams, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.